So it's tutorial time, and I'm gonna do my own nails here. They haven't seen a product in a while. This is my before. As you can see, the cuticle is really stuck and they're quite short, so lots of work cut out for us. And I'm gonna start off by prepping my surface, and I'm using my 180 grit file. You don't want to be rough on the nail plate, you only want the shine gone. So all you're doing is dulling the nail plate and creating tiny little scratches on the surface for the product to stay on there a bit better. So here we are done with that, and now I'm lifting my cuticle with a rosewood stick, making sure it's not stuck on the nail plate anymore. And this is necessary for our manicure. Here the cuticle is lifted and I'm applying some powder. And this will take all of the moisture out of my skin and my cuticle area so that I can really see what I'm doing. I've started on the right side and then I did my left side, and after I've done all of that with my flame bit, I will cut my cuticle away. Then after I've done all that, I will, with a rosewood stick and a wipe, really clean my cuticle area, making sure it's all dust free. Then I'm gonna go in with my prep, the dehydration of my nail plate. You can see it vaporize by air really quickly. So applying this all over the surface, and now I'm gonna go in with my base coat. I always use another brush for this, so that's just a matter of preference. But I do this because you don't want to build with your base coat, you only want a thin layer. So this is hardened in the lamp, and it is now done for the next product, which is gonna be this nice glitter gel polish. I will apply this by the cuticle area because this is what our design is going to be all about. You want to create a thin layer there, and then you want to smudge it out so that you don't have the hard line in there. You don't need to go too far with this, just like 1/3 of your nail plate's fine. Now I'm gonna mix a little bit of polish with a white gel. You can safely do this if you do just a little bit of this. It won't ever be as dark or bright as the gel polish itself is, but you can use this to kind of create your own custom shade. So I'm making sure it's really mixed up in there, and now I have my purple gel ready to use. I am using Upperforms or Dualforms. I'm applying it on my nail. I'm hardening it with my loose lamp, putting it under there. And I always start hardening it by the cuticle area, then I can still work underneath there. As you can see here, I'm taking my fine liner and I need to correct this. And since I've only used my UV light on the cuticle area, this is still soft. After that I will harden it as well. Now on to the next nail, putting in my gel, not all the way to the bottom of the form. Making sure I have enough product everywhere. And applying that on there also. This is just to build the tips, by the way. This is not like the nail's not done after this. So another form, start by filling it out with the gel. I've applied it, and now pushing it onto the thumb. putting it under the light, just by the cuticle area. Now I've put it in my normal UV light to harden for a normal amount of time, and I can remove my Upperforms. Squeeze them from the side and just click them off. And then we have our nails with our colored tips. Now I will file these tips into the shape and the length that I want. I do this with my 180 grit file. It starts from the side, and then I will angle my file a bit at the top, and then I will go all the way around. And all we need to do here is making the length and the shape correct. So I'm gonna file the little edges that are standing out from my Upperform. I'm gonna file them away. And then with my fine liner, I will make sure it's all distributed evenly. And here, all of it is hardened. It's looking like this. I'm gonna cleanse the tacky layer, just using a wipe and a bit of alcohol. And now I'm gonna file the shape again, making sure it's nice and crisp. And now with my buffer, I'm gonna go over the surface to really create the even look. And get rid of the bumps and making sure that the purple Colorboom kind of vibe is coming through there. And I won't do this with my file because that is too rough on the surface, and then I will take away too much product. So use a buffer for this one since it's more gentle. Now, after I've done that to all my nails, I can apply my top coat. And I just use a no wipe shine top coat. So putting it all over there. Not a very thick layer, but also not thin. You do want to be able to get it nice and smooth. And I will do this to all my nails. I always do this one by one, just to create the perfect finish. You can do this 2 nails at a time, but I won't recommend doing the whole nail, the whole hand at once. Then after I've hardened all of my nails, I will also file the shape once more. I have to remove my dust, and then here we have our end result. It's a fun design, try it out with different colors. I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial.